Hi everybody, Gabriel Freeman here, culinary specialist at Sysco Chicago. I wanted to show you all today some of the great products we have at European Imports as well as our local program, Homegrown. And this is all has sort of a vaguely Spanish theme, let's say. First, we have a sofrito. It's a yellow sofrito, right? So this is traditionally like a Peruvian sort of sauce paste. It comes in a red or a yellow. The red has much deeper, smokier flavors. The yellow is sort of bright. It has the ají amarillo peppers. It's sort of citrusy and bright, really delicious. Everything from, great seafood dishes and ceviches, grilled meats. It's really one of those things, if you have it around, you're gonna put it on everything. It's delicious. Now, I did do a yuzu mayonnaise. This is a Japanese mayonnaise, which is super silky. It's really about texture. And it has a lot of egg yolks. It's very rich. This has a nice bright yuzu flavor to it, which is a small Japanese citrus. Really just clean, bright, citrusy flavor. I went ahead and combined both of those. So the citrus from this sort of brings it up, makes it sort of a little peppier, and adds a creaminess to it. I'm going to use this Pond's vermouth vinegar. So Spanish, they love vermouth, right? So I did I'm going to use the vinegar to go ahead and glaze the duck wing with to finish it. Onto the duck wing. So this is a homegrown item. This is a local duck wing. I love utilizing duck wings because it's a very inexpensive way to get duck on a menu. It's a part that you don't see too often. Culver's is an amazing duck farm. Their duck is incredible, super flavorful, and this is much easier to cook in a lot of ways. The prep is a little more, but it's easier to cook than a duck breast, right? You don't have to hit that temp perfectly. Chistorra. It's a little like chorizo, a fresher sausage as opposed to a dry Spanish style chorizo. And you're gonna cook it, heat it up. Super, super addictive. I ate about 30 of these yesterday. They're dangerous. I've got a little of the fried garlic to finish it with. Really nice to add a little crunch and a sort of deep garlicky flavor without it being that raw, strong garlic. I think that's everything I have, all the ingredients, so let's get to cooking. So we're gonna start by deboning these duck wings. A duck wing is much less meaty than a chicken wing, particularly your flats, right? So the little drumette is pretty easy to use, that you're gonna be able to cook like anything else. I really enjoy them confit as well, so really slowly cooked in duck fat. And this I would set aside and maybe use somewhere else, or you can combine the two. You're gonna see it is a fair amount of work to debone these, but I think it's worth it. It makes it really a special and different sort of thing. And it's the kind of thing where you're not gonna be chomping these down like buffalo wing style. You're gonna have maybe one or two of them, and that's it. So what we're gonna do is basically French down the meat from around this bone, okay? I find it's easier if these bones are separated. I'll take and just push this down, right? Once I get it pushed down enough, I take and wiggle those out. It's not too bad. It takes a little bit to get the hang of it, but once you do, you can get through them pretty quickly. So I'm gonna take a little of this sausage, and I'm actually squeezing it out of the casing. But all you're gonna do is simply push some of that sausage inside of there. You wanna get it nice and full, but not so much that it's just gonna push out anyway. And this is, it's a really kind of garlicky, paprika-y, salty sausage. So there's our stuffed duck wing. So after you get it all nice and stuffed, you're gonna just simply take a skewer, push it through, and you're gonna try and hit this sort of wing tip here. And all you're doing with this is holding it so that it is nice and straight. A little plastic wrap. And you roll it up So overnight, letting it set, unwrap it. I've done a torchon. It's kind of a lot like doing a torchon. So you par cook those, and then you could hold them for service or go right into finishing them in a pan. I'm gonna go ahead, finish it with a little butter and some of the vermouth vinegar here. A little grapeseed oil. Any neutral oil will work, or you could use duck fat. Put just a little butter in. I'm gonna get rid of a little of the fat here. And then I'm gonna hit it with the vinegar. Don't have your face right over that when you do that. Just glaze that. And then at the very end, you just want to hit it with a little bit of sugar. You want to balance out that vinegar. There we go. All right, let's plate it. All right, so to plate, you can remove your skewer. I'm gonna put a little shmoo down here. That's a technical term. I'm actually gonna add some of the fat, the drippings, when I par baked it, the drippings from the sausage and the duck fat, and it is very delicious. Put my duck wing down there. That, aioli, a little fried garlic. This is chili threads here. And then I'm gonna build just a really, really simple, sort of rustic parsley salad. A little bit of the same drippings and fat. And then I'll just repeat using a little of the same vinegar and some nice Cornish sea salt here. I'll just toss that around, really, really simple. Simply plated, so you've got your crispy duck wing, and you can tell people you actually pick it up by your wingtip there and you can eat the whole thing. You've got your sofrito aioli, little chili threads, little fried garlic, and a parsley salad. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Scan the QR code to see these products.